Welcome back, everybody, to George Smith Cars. And well, I've been on vacation, and I've kind of taken vacation from making videos, but I want to show you some of my cool finds. And now I kind of took a while off searching, but I went into town today and, well, looking at Walmart, going to Dollarama, going to Real Canadian Superstore. I was able to find some really cool stuff. Well, first of all, if you have die cast, then you know they need to be dusted if they're loose or even in the package. And this is very cool. Now, Pro Auto is a line of products that Dollarama has been getting in, and lint-free. And so, anyways, for $4 you get 5 pieces. And there you go with the dimensions. So how cool is that? Now that's a good deal. So that's why you got to check out Dollarama, Dollar Tree, whatever dollar stores you have, because you can get some really good deals on stuff you need to help preserve and clean your die casts. Sometimes they'll have name brand products, and this is well, all polyester, but it's a very cool soft cloth. And again, they were only like $3 or $4, and you get 4 or 5 of them. I can't remember, but anyways, check out Dollarama and whatever dollar stores you have in your area. All right, now I've shown these ones before, and these are the 3 that are usually left on the pegs. That one is a peg warmer. There's a whole bunch of them, and it was the Real Canadian Superstore that I found these at. And if you look on the back of the package, well, of course, there's very cool cars there. Oh, excuse me. I want to get the Honda Civic. The Camaro would be nice. Porsche would be cool to find. But I really wanted to get this Toyota Celica. And, well, I have the, obviously, BMW, the Custom Auto, and the Fiat Topolino. And so I went into Real Canadian Superstore, and there were a bunch of these on the pegs, but the only new one I found in this set is this absolutely cool 78 Toyota Celica. This is absolutely gorgeous. I love the blue color. I love the gold rims, the striping. The tampos are just beautiful. And here we have the back end. Oh, the taillight panel there with GT on the back. And then we have, well, those are lensed headlights that are part of the window unit. And of course, they just tampered on the headlights to make it look so cool. And this is absolutely awesome. Now, like I said, I would have loved to find the Civic, the Camaro, the Porsche, but the 70 Celica was such a cool find. There was only one on the pegs, but oh, I love it. So I might do a Freedom Friday, sorry. And well, anyways, love that. I hope to find a second one, but there's only one store. Real Canadian Superstore is the only place that has these so far. So Hot Wheels or Walmart Canada, please bring these in. Well, these were $2 each, so great price. Oops, sorry, I think they were like $5 each, but anyways, very cool. Okay, well, I went to one of the 3 Walmarts we have to shop at, and well, the main Walmart is in town, and then there's one on the, well, outskirts, or not too far away from the main one. And they didn't have anything. They usually don't. But the other one that you got to drive, you know, it takes 15 minutes to get out there maybe. And I found this cool one, Lotus Cortina, and I've been waiting to find this one. That is so cool. And well, here, you know, when you find 2, then you want to take the one that's the least great. Well, there's a little scratch on the tampo there. This one's good, so I want to leave the good one in the package. And I'll take the other one out. So let's just take a look at this one, because this is such a cool car. From my childhood, I remember living in North Bay, Ontario, the street that I lived on, Anita Avenue. I had walked down the road and someone had, yes, you heard it crash on the floor. But the deck is really good, so all right. All right. Well, this is absolutely cool. I've been waiting to find this one. And how awesome is that? The Lotus Cortina. There's the chassis. And very cool. Very, very cool. I love this one. Now, I'm sure this will be coming out in premium, and who knows, maybe there'll be a super. And that would be absolutely awesome. So anyways, hang on. Now, this would definitely benefit from a wheel swap. And my set of real riders here. I haven't done, well, I've only done 2 wheel swaps. And as you see, there were 2 missing from the package, but I don't want to throw them at just anyone. But I think probably the best wheels would be these. Oh, anyways, let's pop it out of the package so we can get a better look, but these are definitely cool wheels here. I've got to zoom out here because it's not focusing, but these are great wheels. Okay, come on, there we go. Oh, there we go. These are very cool, so I think those would look the best, because they're basically old school style wheels. Okay, what's going on here? Here. Anyways, those would look really cool. So I did find 3 of them, so I'll leave one loose. I don't know if I want to wheel swap the one that has a little messed up tampo there. But either way, then you can color in the headlights. And then, well, there's an old airplane going by. And definitely color in the taillights, and then chrome. Well, they're kind of upside down peace symbols, I guess. Anyways, so there you go. Man, that is an old airplane. Yeah, it is. So anyways, let's look at my other cool ones I found. All right, well, I've been collecting Gotta Go. This is very cool. And this one features, well, let's look at the top here. Brendan Vitowski, he's probably the designer of this casting. Hot Saute. So that's pretty cool. So it's a hot sauce. And well, if you roll it, well, there's actually tabs, as you can see right there on the back wheel, that make the toilet seat flip up and down. So there we go. I gotta get this one, and I actually found 2, so I can take one out and play with it. But let's look at some more. All right, here's another one I found today at Dollar Tree, and you might be thinking, well, this one came out a while ago, and yes, this is actually a 2024 casting, although it was before the international package just started saying 2024. The US package actually has new for 2024. Okay, well, this was a casting I never really got into. I thought, okay, it's cool enough as the Punk Rod. And well, there's a second edition. Oh, I'll go this way. All right, well, here's the black one. Is that black? Wait a minute, hang on. There's a black one. And then there's actually a blue one. And well, I saw this casting, I thought that's pretty cool, but I don't know. I didn't want to collect more fantasy casting, but because I found the Zamak version, I thought this is actually a very cool looking casting. Now, this is designed after what a lot of YouTubers that can afford real cars, they'll find a wrecked Lamborghini, and then the back end will be all wrecked, so they just strip it apart and then make a frame, put a Chevy V8 engine in the back, and very cool. So since I found this one, I thought, well, this is part of the Hot Wheels Modified. I thought, well, wait a minute, there's two others available with the same tempo. So I bought that one, and there's another one that I knew was in another color, and it's the third color of the Hot Wheels Modified series, which features 3 of 5 Hot Wheels Modified cars, and here's the purple one. Alright, well, I went into Dollarama, and I found the other one, well, the first edition, although it doesn't say first edition on this, but this is. And this was right before they started putting just 2024 on the international packaging. And there's a blue one that I want to get. And, well, if you don't find these new in stores, just go to your dollar stores like Dollarama or Dollar Tree or whatever you have. And they usually bring in older cases, so you might be able to find stuff that you missed in the first place. And, wow, that's cool. So anyways, let's look at some more. Alright, here are some recolors of existing castings, and this is a new for 2025. Now this was in white with graphics, and I didn't really care for it, but I know it's based on a Land Rover, dual turbos, whatnot, and it's a Drift Ender. And well, like I said, I didn't care for it in white. I thought, oh, okay, fantasy casting again, I'm not going to collect all the fantasy casting, but this is actually very cool, and I love it in blue, so I had to pick this one up. And there's the bottom there. So this is actually was can't focus here, but it does say 2025 on the bottom. Let's try. Anyways, trust me at that. And so very cool. And I thought, okay, well, I might as well pick it up because it does look great in this color combo with the blue aero discs, the white chassis, and that's supposed to be, well, the roll cage. Anyways, so that's really cool. The King Cuda, this is very cool casting. Now it's a modern replica of an early Hot Wheels design with the open hoods, engine sticking up, and that's really cool in green and very nice there. So that's that one. The 70s versus 90s, here we go. And this looks great in green with the yellow wheels, almost green wheels, I guess. And that's really cool. Mad Max Mazda RX-3, really cool in this satin black. And so that's a nice one. And the importation Japanese is the Subaru BRX with the front bumper that's meant for crashing into the walls, I guess. And very cool with the wing on the back. And this one was in blue and now it's in white, so that's really nice. Another recolor of the very cool custom 18 Ford Mustang GT in blue, and I love the graphics, part of the Mustang 60th series. And I don't know if I found all of these, but very nice in blue, very cool. I love the wing with the open slot, where they used to mold them solid and that didn't look so good, but you gotta love the big wing on it. And I love the long block and the short block, or small block was it? Anyways, so that is really cool in this color, and the wood grain sides, so love that one. Now this one is copyright 2012. It's the 2013 SRT Viper, and this is a great casting, and it looks beautiful in white with the blue stripes, part of the then and now. I'm not sure what the now is going to be, but that is a really cool casting. And well, Mattel came out with a newer version of the Viper coupe. That's really cool too for 2025. And so let's look at some more. The Audi 90 Quattro, the racing version in silver, and that's a great casting, part of the Peak Pursuit, and absolutely beautiful. So another great recolor. And I found this one, Mattel Dreamobile, 1945, 80th anniversary of Hot Wheels, or Mattel actually, sorry. And absolutely gorgeous in this burgundy candy color. And you got the chrome chassis. 2019, this one's been out for a while, but for their Mattel's 80th Hot Wheels Celebration Racers. That is really cool on the short card. So love that one. And two more new editions for 2025. Well, this is a fantasy casting and Xperi Motors and Quick Chat. So how cool is that? I mean, you gotta love it. I mean, it's got a smiling face on it. I mean, you can't resist that. Quick Chat, very cool. And well, there's tabs on the wheels, like you can see there's a tab sticking out there, so when you roll it, the handset that they used to call it, that bounces up and down. And then you got a chrome engine in it, which just 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, so it's a V10. So that's pretty cool. And so, you know, some of these fantasy castings you can't resist. They're just so cool, so funny. And well, the second fantasy casting is the Mod Mill. Well, it's a new take on the Twin Mill. And oh, look at that. Two different engines on it. And it's got a grill, so it's like a hot rod. Oh man, that's cool. That's really cool. I love this. So that is really neat. That's part of that Muscle Mania. So you gotta love what Hot Wheels is doing. So let's pause here. Well, Greenlight Collectibles vintage ad cars are really cool, but they're like $10 now. And well, you know, they're really nice. They're 1/64 scale and they have great details, but the quality tends to suffer, and I don't really want to buy a lot of them. But I couldn't resist this one. 72 Datsun 510. Now there's running on empty, and there was another 510, supposed to be a 68 Datsun in white with some stripes, and I didn't really care for it, but I thought, well, I have actually a chase piece with the Datsun 510, and well, this one just overall looks so cool. I love it in blue, and well, of course, it's got the metal chassis. I don't know if that'll be clear, but here's the other cars on the back that are available with the vintage ad cars. And what's really cool is, well, I'll try and show it close here, and you can pause it and read that. So I think when you bought a Datsun back in '72, these were actual options you could get. Drive a winner that looks at your Datsun dealer has it all. Wow, how cool is that? Back in 72, you could do that. You got the BRE stripes. I've never seen any stock Datsun with the stripes and these options, but that would be so cool. Yeah, so anyways, that's the last one I found. And well, I hope you enjoy the video. Hope you enjoy the video, and please consider giving me a like and definitely subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything. And well, thanks again for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.